All right, fellas, looks like we're about good to go. The stream's live, but it's got a timer on it to let some people join into the stream. I'll let you guys know when we're uh, about to be live to where they can hear you. Yeah, if you guys search ACL_Clash on Twitch, it should come up. If you shoot Nick a message, he should be able to send you the link. Speaking of which, I need to let Nick know that we're about to go as well. Welcome back, everybody, to another ACL interview stream. I'm joined here with Redranger and Deadlock of Project X. Welcome in, fellas.
Thanks for having us, Willey.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. So, can you, for starters, give us a little bit of information? Tell us about Project X and maybe a little bit of history of Project X as well.
So, Project X is a clan that's been around for a really long time. We've had it since the start of the game, and I started that clan actually when I was 11, kind of as just a casual clan, just playing with my friends. I still have some friends that are in it as co-leaders to this day, even when we really peaked and have erupted with talent. I started it. I actually started it when I was in elementary school because I was not that good at the game, and I had some friends that were better than me, and I wasn't high enough league to join their clan, which was like Gold 1 at the time. So I made this one, and I've started from the beginning, and I'm still super involved with it to the top. Now Ranger and I run it together, and that's probably just the rundown of it, of how Project X started.
Very cool. Now, what types of goals does Project X have nowadays?
So one of our goals is being a top contender clan, where we just bring in talent. We do pushing. It's about just having that community, keeping not only is it about being a top tier clan, but it's just about having that friendship and community with all of our co-leaders, all of our normal members, and I'll let Ranger jump into it a little bit too.
No, that's awesome, Deadlock. I mean, it's crazy, that you've been running this clan since you were 11. That is wild.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm an old head. I've been around a long time. I've been gaming for at least 25 years. And, I joined the clan. I was really impressed with the camaraderie, the friendship, and just the longevity. People have been there a long time; they're still here. And so we've kept a lot of our old players, added a lot of talent, and trying to reach our goals. And I think that we're trying to be, the number one clan in the world. We've done it before. We've had multiple months where we've been number one for most of the month. We've finished, top two, three. So we'd like to finish, top one in the world if we can, while building a friendly atmosphere, getting to meet people. Those are, some of our goals.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's awesome to see clans such as yours that are so passionate about the game and the dedication to stick with the clan for so long and build it up to what it is. Can you tell us some of the main things that make Project X's stand out for your month-to-month or your regular members?
I'll take that one too, Dead. Actually, no, Dead, you go. You do that one.
Are you sure? Okay. Well, you can jump in. Just
Sure.
some of the things that stand out about Project X is we have a lot of internal rewards, first off, for our members. We always are doing tournaments internally. We do things like where we give out rewards for the person to get a quickest 3-star or perfect wars. We do pushing rewards internally, which is really attractive to a lot of outside players, but we reserve that for people that have been with us a long time and sense of camaraderie. It's like it's like loyalty back and forth. We treat everybody fairly, stuff like that. I'll let Ranger jump in on it.
No, Deadlock. That's exactly it. We sometimes do monthly game passes. 4 or 5 months out of the year, we'll give everyone a game pass. Especially if we do well. If one of our clans promotes, we take care of them. I just think we have, a lot of rewards, but we give them to people who do well and who are loyal. They must be a long-standing member. And I think that our players like that. Like tonight, we're going to try to do a King of the Hill event in the clan, free gold passes for everyone. Sometimes, our rewards are high. Sometimes we have, $400, $500, $600, $1,000, $2,000 rewards for the month. 10,000 when we push, but that goes to Stars, Klaus, Dark Star, and all the VM guys.
That's very cool. So what would you say is your inspiration behind not only doing global pushes, but also sponsoring programs like you guys do?
Some of our inspirations is definitely just getting our name out there. We want to be known as I think our brand recognition is the most important thing, and just knowing that, we're a trustworthy clan. Like, we always pay when people push. It's just about, being known as fair and also being known as one of the best clans in the world. So people recognize us and becoming one of, not even the most famous, but just well known and respected. And when people see us, they automatically know, okay, that's Project X. They're a great clan. Kind of like honestly, just like a top brand in a way.
Very cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
I like that. I think that we've been able to build that reputation. Deadlock has the quickest and the most reliable PayPal in town. We've been able to pay all these top players. They'll shout us out in their videos. We pay all of our regular members. There's no scamming. There's a lot of that in the game. We don't do that. We pay,
right.
Just to reward people. We don't trick people. To stay in our clan, you have to be loyal. You have to play, do things the right way. We have a lot of rules. We hold people accountable. If you do things the right way, you get promoted. And I think that we just have a good clan. We do it the right way. We developed our own homegrown talent, but we also brought in talent. And then oftentimes we'll go out and we'll bring some fun talent, because it's really nice to learn from some of the best in the world as well.
Very cool. I love that. So what brought you guys to the American Clash League tournament?
We wanted to jump into the American Clash League tournament just to get our name out there by sponsoring tournaments. We really have been looking to bring in, more talent. Even though we have a ton of talented players in the clan already, it's always about just growing and getting better, always learning the best attack strategies. And we thought by getting in this tournament, this was a great way of promoting our clan and just, our name for everybody.
Very cool. You mentioned you've been playing since you were 11. How long have you both been playing Clash of Clans? Have you taken any breaks?
Do you want to hop in on that one first, Ranger?
Yeah, so I started playing right around when Deadlock started. Right around 2012. I played for about 3 years. Then I retired for about 6 years. I went off to play competitively in other games. Um, I did some work stuff, did some school stuff, and then I've been back for about 3 years now.
Very cool. What brought you back to the game?
I think so I played quite a lot of games. And this may sound funny, but I played Angry Birds too, as Redranger, and I was number one in the world. But everyone that was in the top 10, they cheated a lot.
Oh yeah,
And obviously it's a pay to play game, so it's not the most skill involved. But it was fun for me and my clan. We had a really good clan there. But they really didn't regulate that game very well. Like a lot of games, the cheating, the hacking, that stuff was prevalent, and so it really kind of devalued my investment in the game, and it made the competition pretty unfair. And so I think in Clash, what I like about Clash of Clans is that it's skill based. So obviously there is a pay to pay component, which is probably rising a bit too much now with all the equipment, but there's still skill. You still have to know how to play. And they're pretty good about game integrity and game security. It's pretty hard to cheat. And I think that I'd like that. And so I got back in the game, had to catch up, which I was able to do. But I do like the skills. You can't just buy your way to the top. You have to have some skill. And it's competitive, and a lot of people play it. And then when I was able to find Deadlock's clan and Project X, I really liked what they were doing. Deadlock's a wonderful guy, trustworthy. He handles all the financial parts of our clan. Always trustworthy, always reliable, and really proved himself to be, a good leader and a good friend. And so that kind of kept me. And other good people in our clan, definitely have to shout out Ace. Ace is just a wonderful guy, had C1 experience, good friend. He's on the leave right now. Meso Vortex, he brought in another leader with, C1 experience. And my friend Ruckus, we've been gaming together for 25 years. And just having those friends that I've met, the connections I've met, kept me in the game.
very cool. Yeah, I know for sure for myself that that's a big part of what's kept me around in Clash of Clans as well. For as long as I've been here, which I haven't played as long as you guys. I've been here since 2014, around there. But yeah, definitely staying around for all the people that we meet. Deadlock, have you been playing nonstop since you started?
So I haven't been playing nonstop since I started. I took little breaks here and there. I would probably play for a couple years pretty heavily, and then I would scale back. The longest I've probably been inactive, I would say. I would take like breaks for anywhere between like 2 to 4 months, but we always come back, and we had such a good relationship with everybody that we played with that everybody would always get back together, and the clan would come back to life pretty easily. And right now we're at the point where if somebody wants to take a break, we have such a great team of co-leaders that we can just one person can sit back and everybody can run it. Like Redranger is one of the top guys, amazing guy that's running everything. Like we have Mace, so we have a guy named Eli. We have just a great amount of guys. Hailstorm, one of my friends who started with me, is also one of the co-leaders. And all these guys, super trustworthy, and they can always take lead of the ship when somebody wants to take a break.
Very nice. Yeah, I know sometimes taking a break is definitely important so you don't get yourself burnt out, but very cool, fellas. I also wanted to ask, I know you've mentioned that pushing has been a big focus for Project X. Can you tell us about some of the top players which you've dealt with previously, and are there any that you haven't dealt with yet but you would like to in the future?
Yeah, so you know, we thought that pushing would be a great way to really challenge our claim and challenge ourselves. And when we tried to push to be number one global, we had to bring in some heavy hitters. So we got to meet Itsu, wonderful guy. Worked with him. Just a great guy. Shares his bases, shares his attacks. I mean, that was wonderful to see. We had worked with Stars and Klaus last year. We had finished top two global last July, and they're just outstanding. I mean, all those Navi guys, are legends, and so we love working with those guys. And we met through Nick. I'm actually Nick of American Clash League. We met Darkstar and Ninja, all the VM guys. This is Fluxley, Gel, Uriam, and they just were fun to play with. We brought Lexnos. He came into our clan doing our big global #1 push in January. And Yada was in there for a bit. And so we got to meet most of the players that we wanted to meet. Were able to come in for that month. An expensive month for us, but we got to see these people. I got to hit #1 in the world, and our clan mates were excited. We got to learn from them, to watch them. I think some of the content streamers, like Sir Moose from Sir Moose Gaming, I'd love to meet him. I know he wasn't pushing that month, but I watch his videos. He's a great guy. And I think anyone who's a top player, we're more than happy to meet with them and have them come in. And you can ask them, but we do honor our commitments to them.
Very cool. Do you guys have a favorite player to watch currently in the meta?
Right now, I would say my favorite player to watch would be Stars is a great player always to watch just because of how interesting, and really just how smart his attack strategies are. But honestly, I watch a lot of one of our players in our own clan, Dev, do a lot of his attacks because he's one of our champion one guys who's really been here a long time. And he's just a really solid guy to watch. And he just knows a lot of different strategies. So he's a really versatile player, which is a cool thing.
Yeah, Dev is outstanding. I mean, Dev himself has been, top 20 global. Dev is great. He and Eli have been friends for years. And so we really love having him in the clan. He's a wonderful dude, a good clanmate, and really just teaches us a lot. He really helped to take us to the next level.
Nice.
For sure.
What are your favorite attack strategies right now?
Do you want to go first?
For me,
Ted?
sure, I'll go first. My favorite attack strategies is probably going to be anything with Titans. There's a lot of Titan walks that I like. I really liked Hydra, but I'm learning it's not as good as it used to be, but that was probably one of my favorite attack strategies in the game. But I would say Titan walk and Hydra. I like the Hog Miner combo, although that's not something that I would use in CWL yet, but that's a really fun one. What about you, Ranger?
Yeah, I love watching well, I'm I'm a legendary spammer. I'm an old guy. I work, got a family, hard to kind of learn new attacks. But I love watching Zap Titan. I love watching Lalo. I love watching Hybrid. Personally, I'm a Root Rider spam king these days. Don't hate me. But I don't enjoy it, but it's what I use. And I do Hydra as well. A lot of SA blimps. I'm a pretty basic player. Easy to triple now, so that's great. I realize that I'm never going to be able to be a top player in the world because there's a level of commitment that you need. But I'd hope to hopefully one day be top 1,000. And I finished about top 4,000. So not terrible, but I'm definitely looking to learn. And so I've been kind of investing some time in some of these newer strategies. And hopefully if things kind of settle down, I'll be able to improve my game. But as of now, I'm doing that spam hard.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm kind of in the same boat there with you. Using the Root Riders, might as well. So, what is your favorite thing about Clash of Clans right now?
For me, my favorite thing about Clash of Clans, I think, is just the community we have in general. Just our group. I want to say CWL is definitely up there. Like, just watching our guys attack and champion is probably one of my favorite things. Just seeing, how they approach different bases, how honestly it's just how well people do. And even though it's super competitive up there, we're always coming out on top. And just the way that we'll see attack strategies that I would think, oh, this is never going to work, and it'll just triple a base. So that's probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, we finished top 11 global, just a couple months ago in Champs 1, and that was amazing. They were just our own homegrown players, and so that was fun to watch. And I love that competition. I think I enjoy that the game is is becoming more complex. Obviously, like everyone, I do like ballots, but I do like that they've kind of changed things up. So I think that, they're headed the right direction now. We've had a good, 2 or 3 months where things were pretty stagnant and unbalanced, but I think they're working hard to improve it. And at least there's just a lot of things to do in the game now. So that's the fun part. But this tournament, that's what I'm excited for. We're a little bit new to the esports leagues, but this tournament seems exciting. Our members are exciting. We have a couple teams. Other people are looking into doing it. They're excited about it. And so I think that this is going to be a really good experience for us to grow.
That's awesome. Yeah, this tournament is definitely going to be a lot of fun once it kicks off. How about for future updates? Are there any things that you guys would like to see Supercell add to the game?
For future updates, I mean, I think the big one is global chat that everybody really wants back. Maybe clan alliance. Clan alliances would be a great thing to have because everybody, even with us, right now we're just focusing on Project X 3.0, but we have a couple other clans that are great, amazing clans. And a way to connect with those clans easier than having to leave your clan and go back and forth would probably be one of the biggest additions or something people are waiting for, I think.
Yeah, that global chat. I mean, that thing was fire for years. Definitely got me in trouble. But I think that, global chat's fun. Get to meet other people. That would be awesome. And I heard it might be coming back.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know if it'll come back or not, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. What would you guys think about like a Titans League and CWL above champs? Or what if they added something like 50 v CWL? Do you think that's something that you guys would be able to take advantage of?
I think so.
I think Titan.
Right, Dad. I think that we were talking about it a little bit earlier. I think that we have such a competitive clan. I think that really trying to separate the elite from the non-elite would be fun and competitive. And I think that it would be good, just like they've kind of been discussing having like a professional or a pro mode and a non-pro mode. I think that having that be divided a little bit more would be fun.
Yeah, I think so as well. All right. Switching back to Project X, I know we're kind of early into the year, but what have been some of your big achievements so far this year for Project X?
Tell them, Dad.
So some of our big achievements for sure would be CWL, where we were finishing in the top 20 overall, because that was a great milestone just to show how far everybody's come. And in February, we were top in the world, where we had a bunch of great players and we were just learning attack strategies, and we just got to put our name out there. And that's one of the things that really kicked us off when people saw us up there like a second time, just showing that we're a capable clan. And yeah, top in the world, and CWL would probably be our biggest one so far.
Very cool. What do you guys have planned for the rest of the year? What achievements are you going to be aiming for?
So obviously we're trying to win this thing. We're hoping to win this tournament. Maybe a long shot, but I'd like to win back my sponsorship money. I think that'd be fun. But I'm hoping it goes to the best team, and I know it will. So this is really something huge for us. I think that we're definitely, we're likely to work with you guys on another tournament down the line because it's been such a great experience working with you guys. So professional. Everything's kind of set up nicely. We'll probably end up doing another global push for one global. I know our guys, Stars and Itsu and everyone, they're kind of itching to join us. So we're probably going to try to do a global push again for number one for the end of season, and probably another, for most of the season, like state deals to be number one most of the season. We'll get a lot of attention there. And I think that, we can do that, maintain our great clan, hopefully meet some good people, recruit a couple of great members. I think that would really make it a great year for us.
For sure. That's definitely, yeah.
Well, I wish you guys the best of luck on that. I am out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add or talk about before we wrap things up here today?
One thing I would want to say is we're always looking for great players, people that are really competitive, that have we're a great atmosphere to join. So stop by our Discord and check us out. It's Project X 3.0. And that's probably the main point that I want to get out there. Is there anything you want to say, Ranger?
Yeah, I just want to say, thank you to our team members. Good people. They've stuck by with us. Loyal. and it really does make it fun. It keeps me wanting to keep playing. And of course, Willie, thank you, and the team for interviewing us and for helping to host this tournament.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk with me tonight. And for those of you in chat, definitely go check out Project X. I don't know if we have the link handy, but like they said, what was the Discord link one more time?
I believe it's Project X 3.0. Let me see. It is.
And we'll try to post that link for you guys in the ACL server as well.
Yep, if you type in Project X, it should come up, but we can post that link for you guys.
Perfect, sounds good. All right, that's where we're going to wrap things up. Thanks again for taking the time, and we'll catch you guys around. We'll be keeping an eye on how you guys do in the tournament as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having us on.
Thank you, Willie.
Take care.
Bye.